Guess what we doing today? If these dogs have any say in it, they'll be stealing all the ingredients before we even do the thing we're gonna do today. Kira, is your birthday coming? Do you have a birthday coming? Are you turning 6 years old on March 13th? Oh my goodness. So Miss Kira has a birthday coming, which means we're gonna make a birthday cake, but not just any birthday cake. We are making an apple cinnamon cheese birthday cake. That doesn't sound very good to me, but I think they will love it. It's gonna have apples and some cinnamon and some cheese in a birthday cake. Kira, I don't know. This sounds weird, but I guess we're gonna go ahead and make this cake. We got you a whole bag of apples. The entire bag of apples is not going in the cake. The apples are actually going to be for decoration on top of the cake. And then of course for putting them in the freezer so Kira can have more frozen apples, because we know Kira loves her frozen apples. All right, preheat your oven to 350. In this recipe, we are going to be using 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour. This is a little bit denser of a cake, which is perfectly fine. That's what we're looking for. So we want 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour. Then we want 1/2 cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. You don't want to use the quick oats in this because it makes the cake consistency not great. So the old-fashioned rolled oats, about 1/2 cup, or you can use oat flour. Use about 1/4 cup of oat flour. The next thing you will need is some floof powder. I think we got some floofs going on right here. I think we got 3 floofs right here. But in here, we have 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Got to give this cake some floof. We can just take the floofs right from you and put it in there. You think that would work? The look on your face says make the cake faster. Okay, got it. And then we will be adding 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, some of you guys may freak out in the comments and go, oh, cinnamon's bad for dogs. That's not entirely true. Cinnamon is actually pretty good for dogs in moderation. You don't want to feed your dog a cinnamon stick. You don't want to give them a whole bunch of cinnamon, but 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon inside all of these other ingredients baked inside of a cake is going to be perfectly fine for them. If you don't feel safe feeding your dog cinnamon, leave this out. It's not an essential ingredient. Now, we're just going to take and put all the dry ingredients in this one bowl. Boop, 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 boop. Nope, we're not eating that. And then I got a little whisk here, and we're kind of just going to whisk these together. We just want to get these dry ingredients incorporated into each other without you stealing all of them, or you. My goodness, I can't believe you're turning 6 years old. You're turning 12 years old, which means we get to do this again in a month. Oh my goodness. All right, I think we've got it all whisked together. All right, are we ready for the wet ingredients? Now, I am mixing the rest of this in my KitchenAid mixer. You can just use a regular bowl. Use whatever you have to mix your ingredients together. The next thing we're going to be adding is the most expensive part of the recipe. We have to add 2 eggs. My goodness, Kira, you're eating fancy. 2 eggs in this economy? Really, though. 2 farm fresh eggs would be the best, right? You can't eat this. No, you can't. It's gonna go in the bowl, and it's gonna go in the cake. That's the plan. Into the bowl. 2 eggies. Next is another ingredient you can't eat. We are adding 1/4 cup of unsweetened coconut cooking oil. Now, if you're making this at home and you want to use vegetable oil, you can, but we're using unsweetened coconut cooking oil. Now, somebody asked in one of the recent videos why we used coconut cooking oil and not just regular coconut oil. Coconut cooking oil, you don't have to heat up. It maintains this consistency. Regular coconut oil gets like waxy, I guess you could call it. So it turns into more of like a wax is the only thing I can think of, and it doesn't mix well in ingredients. So the coconut cooking oil is what we're using, unsweetened, 1/4 cup into the bowl before they can drink it all. Next is an ingredient you can actually have. I told you we're making you an apple cake. The next ingredient is 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce. Technically, this is unsweetened organic applesauce because it was on sale. I'm telling you, you're eating fancy today. That's what's happening. She's like, can I just maybe just have the applesauce? Maybe because this is my birthday. How about we put it in the bowl and then you can lick the bowl? This bowl, not the big bowl. Deal? Look at that face. She's like, but it's apples. And I know it's apples because I can smell that it's apples. All right, into the bowl. She's the birthday girl, not you. Here, she's the birthday girl, not you. Quick, get it, Kira. Get more of it than Eleanor. You definitely got more of it than Eleanor. I know you guys are wondering, where the heck is Memphis? Memphis says, I am laying down on the job, and Mom knows, bring me the applesauce. Yeah. You can't have it all. More of it was supposed to go to Kira, considering this is her birthday cake. Pretty clean. Should have named you guys Soap and Water. Kira, last lick. We'll sneak over here. Look, you can't reach it over here. Get it all out of there. Next, we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of honey. Am I going to measure this? Nope. I'm just going to put it in there. You could also use 2 tablespoons of maple syrup if you like, but we are going to use honey today. I know, you all really want the honey. So we're going to put it in here. We're going to squeeze some in here. About 2 tablespoons worth. How much is 2 tablespoons worth? I don't know about that much. Works for me. We did it. We got all the wet ingredients in there. Now we're going to mix these wet ingredients together until they are just barely incorporated. You don't want to overmix these because you don't want to make the eggs too airy. So basically, once the eggs are broken up and everything's kind of mixed, that's about it. That's pretty good. Now, we have our dry ingredients. But before we add those, we're going to look at Memphis. Memphis is like, whoa, that is the most cheese tax I've ever seen in my whole life. We are going to add 1 cup of shredded cheese, which Memphis is like, I would take all of that shredded cheese, please. Are you licking the beater? All right, did you get it clean? It's a good thing you're eating this cake and nobody else is. And don't worry, guys. I have this really cool invention called a dishwasher. All this stuff goes in the dishwasher, and we wash the KitchenAid mixer after we make stuff with the dogs. Ready for the cheese? 1 cup of cheese. We're going to go ahead and put it into the wet ingredients and mix it just a little bit. But the real question is, are we going to pay the cheese tax? Okay, we got the cheese in there. We're going to mix it just a little bit. Literally just a little bit. Now you know we've got to pay the cheese tax. The cheese tax. Everybody, here you go. Want some cheese? Here's some cheese. Oh my goodness. I mean, here. I guess that worked out, didn't it? I saved some cheese for you girls, and I guess this is how we're going to eat it. Gotta pay the cheese tax. Thanks, Puppy Songs, for the cheese tax. The cheese tax. The cheese tax. This is how I knew Kira was going to love this cake, because she likes apples and she likes cheese, so she's going to like this cake. Wow, they're distracted. I'm going to put the dry ingredients into here. Now we're going to mix this together until it is a cake batter consistency. So it's going to look about like that, but now you know what time it is. Beater licking time. Everybody get in there. Come on, Memphis. Get in there and lick a beaters. They're like, whoa. Yep. It's the beater licking moment. Here, I'll turn it around so Memphis can get some on the side. There you go, Memphis. Memphis is like, thanks, Mom. I needed a little bit of help. Eleanor, you just push everybody out of the way, don't you? Memphis, here, you two. Here, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. And a birthday girl. Good. Good job, birthday girl. Is it clean yet? Okay, I'll flip it over. Yeah, it's about clean. It's almost clean. So now we have our batter ready. We're getting ready to put this into our cake pans. We will be using the little cake pans. I'll put some affiliate links for this stuff down below. You could put this in a bone shape cake pan. You could put it in like just a little round cake pan, however you want to do it. But I want to make a 2-tier cake, so I'm actually going to split this and put it into these cake pans and put it in the oven. So now we're going to take our 2 pans and we're going to spray them with a little non-stick spray because we don't want anything to stick to it. And then we're going to put the batter in here. And that's what it looks like once you get it in the pans. I had just enough to fill these 2 pans. And what are these? 3-inch, 4-inch pans. So if you need more, go ahead and double the recipe. I filled these to about 2/3 full, and I used all of the batter. So now that our cake is in the oven, we are going to let that bake for around 20 to 30 minutes. Again, depending on the thickness of your pan and your cake, you should be able to use the toothpick trick, put a toothpick in it. If it comes out dry, then it is done. While we're waiting for the cake to finish, this is the perfect time to remind you guys that this is a treat, not a meal replacement. Please feed your dogs responsibly. Also, if you're new here, you should totally hit that subscribe button and click that bell to turn on all notifications so you can be notified whenever we put up new videos. This video specifically is for Kira's 6th birthday, and if you want to see more of the fun birthday dog treats we have made, there will be some links down below and at the end of this video. Now we wait for the cake to be done. All right, finally the cake is completely cooled. It is a nice, dense cake. It's really cute. Even on the outside, you can see where the cheese made the pretty color and it's like shiny. Now we're gonna frost this. You can do this a few different ways. All the kitchen helpers are here to explain the ways. So you could frost this with just peanut butter. If you want it to be a little bit thinner, you can mix the peanut butter with a little bit of applesauce, which I consider doing, but since it's the same color as this, I don't really want to do that. We're going to use the whipped cream cheese. You could use Greek yogurt. You could use, there's so many different things you could use. Whipped cream cheese is usually my go-to for frosting just because it's easy and I can turn it any color I want, but we're going to leave it white and we're going to frost the middle, stack the cake, frost the top, and decorate it up. Here we go. That was the other thing I was going to mention. So if you look at this cake, you can see that the top is not super level. This one is a little bit more bumped up than the other. You can slice the top off of this to make it so that it stacks a little bit easier. I don't think I need to this time, but that is something else you can do. Middle layer done. Now this looks like a lot, but basically what I do is I put the cream cheese in the middle and I squish this together and it kind of squeezes out the side here, and then I just take my finger and run it around the edge so it looks really thick, but it's actually not. Now, another thing you can do is use some sprinkles. Again, check to make sure that these don't contain xylitol. You don't have to use them. They're pretty much just for the photo, but it is a birthday cake, so let's make it look pretty. And yes, I still have to do the top. Top frosting is done. Sprinkles on the middle are done. Also want to point out, you could use cheese instead of sprinkles, if you choose so. Now, we have some sliced apples here. I'm going to see if I can arrange these on top of this cake. I think we did it. I think we made a pretty cute apple cinnamon cheese birthday cake for the birthday girl. Are you ready to try it? Wait, look what I have here. I have apple slices. Yeah. Want one? Oh, good stuff, huh? Would you like one? Oh, you dropped yours. Kira, while nobody's looking, have a second one. Would you like a second one? Everybody gets a second one, even though it's Kira's birthday. All right, we're going to take some pictures and cut this cake. All right, birthday girl, you are first. Look at this adorable piece of cake I cut for you. Look, it's got apple on it. It's got cheese in it. I was going to put it on your mat there, though, so back up just a little bit. Ready, sit, ready. I'm going to put it on your placemat, okay? There you go. Happy birthday, Miss Kira. I cannot believe you are 6 years old. The other dogs are going crazy. They're like, we want cake too. Don't worry, you're going to get cake too. Kira, you're the best. You chew. You don't make a huge mess. It's like, I'll chew this cake. It is nice and dense and delicious. Best birthday cake ever? She's like, best birthday cake for my 6th birthday. Okay, now your sisters have to give us their review. All right, Memphis, you want to try her cake? Here you go. You're going to eat it before I can even get down here. 1, 2. It's a 2-bite cake for Memphis. 2-bite cake and some plate licks. Yep, I figured you would eat it in 2 bites. And last but not least, the puppy's turn. You ready for this? Leave it. I know this is a hard leave it, but leave it. Leave it. There is her little slice of cake. Take it. She's like, oh yeah. Is it a 2-bite cake for you as well? Nope, you're gonna chew it. So like, I'm gonna chew, just like I'm supposed to. Whoa. Mom, this cake is pretty dang good. I know it's got all your favorite things in it. She's like, yep, I approve of this cake. What do you think, birthday girl? Best birthday cake for your 6th birthday ever, right? And you only turned 6 months, so it's gonna be the best for your 6th birthday ever because we said so. Next week, Kira's bath video is coming out, so make sure you click that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on all notifications. Also, the week after that will be when Kira gets to open up all of her birthday gifts from you guys. So if you guys sent her anything, that video will go up 2 weeks from now. Oh my goodness, I thought we were gonna get some woos. No woos? All right. Happy 6th birthday, Miss Kira. I can't believe she's 6 years old. You're 3, you're 6, and you're gonna be 12? Oh my gosh, you all need to stop getting old. All right, you guys, as always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Happy birthday, Miss Kira. She's like, I need some water after that dense cake.